allow me to just share a couple of scams that a lot of people don't know about that are happening all over the world. All right. So everybody right now, pull out your phone, text your mom, text your dad, be like, hey, do you have a financial advisor out of curiosity? And they'll be like, oh yeah, we use Chet. Chet's so nice. Chet's been with our family for 34. I'm like, Chet's a fucking scammer. I'm about to show you how to find out. So you go, oh, out of curiosity, how much does Chet charge you? And mom and dad can be like, oh, I don't know. You know, it's in the prospectus somewhere, that document somewhere. You know, just pull out that thing, screenshot it for me. Take a look. Take a look. Most times it's going to be a percentage, okay? And it's going to be something like 1%. And this is where I start to get pissed because 1% doesn't sound like that much. Oh, 1%, that's fine. Somebody's paying attention to my money. They're keeping an eye on my portfolio. I really, just like I have somebody to do my gardening, I have a financial... Let me explain the fucking math. 1% over the course of your lifetime means you will pay approximately 28% of your returns to this advisor.
Oh, wow.
If you are paying 2%, you're paying over 50% of your returns directly to that advisor.
Wow.
Do you realize how ridiculous that is?
Wow.
For example, if somebody comes and washes your car, do you pay them a percentage of your net worth? No! You pay them $20, $50, even $200, but never a percentage. So your parents, if they use somebody like Chet, a commission-based financial advisor, they are losing thousands, hundreds of thousands over the course of their lifetime. Now, am I saying all financial advisors are bad? No. There are times you can use a financial advisor. I've even hired one myself. I hired one specifically because I had a specific project. I was like, take a look at my asset allocation. I want a second set of eyes. They charged me a few $100 an hour. I was happy to pay it. Great. If you choose to use a financial advisor, which the majority of people do not need, never pay a percentage-based fee. It's called AUM, Assets Under Management. Pay an hourly fee, pay a project fee, but do not pay a percentage fee. All right, so that's the number one thing that's happening that people don't even realize. I feel so sorry for your parents, but paste the chat responses in the chat below because I want to see what they say. You're about to find out, you know, Ma and Pa have been getting taken to the cleaners for about 25 years. There are a bunch of other scams, high expense ratios, active investing. We can talk about all that, but that's one that I am on a crusade to end. I want you to take control of your money. And if you decide you need help after reading a book, my book, other books, watching my show, you can get an advisor, but never pay a percentage-based fee.
Yeah. Man, my one experience with an advisor is when I started to go to college, and I started at like 23, 24, because work was paying for it. But long story short, there's, you know, you got to fill out the FAFSA stuff, and then they send you these checks, and they don't even ask you if you want the check. So just like, here's a check for like $5,000, here's a check for $12,000, and some of them are subsidized, and some of them are unsubsidized. So the subsidized, you have time before it starts to collect interest. So I got like a $5,000 subsidized check, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I can invest this over the next 4 years or 5 years and maybe make a little bit of money on it and then pay it off before it starts to collect interest. Okay. And this was it was around 2008. Like 2000.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And
how'd that go?
Oh, yeah. So I didn't end up doing it because something just like rubbed me the wrong way. It must have been earlier, 2007. It just rubbed me the wrong way with the finance guy. I was like, this doesn't...
Oh, you talked to a guy.
I went in and I'm like, I got $4,000. Here's what I want to do with it.
Do you want to say the company that you went into?
I don't actually.
Because I do remember the company,
but I don't know. You probably know the company. It's probably the only one anyone ever thinks of. Anyway.
TK
you know exactly
Financial.
Yeah, that's right. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But no, I went in there and it just rubbed me the wrong way because there was I was really looking for someone to help me to understand the risk. Yeah. He never once helped me understand the risk of it. It was like all upside. Yeah. Give me your money.
They're salesmen.
Yeah, and I walked out of there and I returned that check, and then the crash happened. And I was like, oh, I'm really glad I didn't do that. He never mentioned that this could happen.
Right. You would never. By the way, you would never borrow money to invest money in the stock market.
No.
Yeah, you wouldn't go to the bank and say, hey, I need a loan for $4,000, $5,000. What are you going to do with it? Well, I just want to buy some individual stocks or maybe put in the S&P 500. You would never do that.
No. So underneath that story, which really enrages me, because why on earth are they taking college kids' money? And there's so many things that are wrong with that. But I want to highlight a couple things I want everybody to know. First off, there's this phrase, timing the market, right? What is timing the market? And that's individual people, any of us, or even professionals on Wall Street saying, don't invest right now because it's not a good time or the economy's going bad. don't do that. Okay. Timing the market will almost certainly result in you losing money.
Yes.
Now, this is very hard to believe. I cover the research in the book, but in general, even the fanciest Wall Street investors fail to beat the market. Like basically that means they fail to beat a low cost index fund, which you and I can buy right now, 80% of the time. Don't try to guess if the market's going up or down. You have no idea. I have no idea. Nobody has any idea. Instead, you just set up your accounts to automatically invest every single month. Just take yourself out of the equation. Doesn't matter what's in the news. Doesn't matter what's going on anywhere. Every single month on the exact same day, your account is going to automatically invest $50, $500, $5,000. And over time, research shows that is the most effective way versus trying to time the market.
Yeah. In fact, whenever I hear like, oh, it's time to sell, don't buy, like what I hear is like, oh, like the stock market's on sale right now. Like it's okay to just keep putting a little bit in. Yeah.
What are some of these other scams that you wanted to talk about?
Right now, the biggest scam going around TikTok is whole life insurance. These fucking scammers. So this is what they do. You get some guy in an ill-fitting like Under Armour shirt, okay? Always wearing shorts. And I'm like, first of all, I'm not taking financial advice from a guy wearing Under Armour. Get the fuck out of here. And second of all, he's like eating lunch. Everyone watching this knows exactly who I'm talking about. They're like eating lunch in their like office cafeteria and someone comes in like, and they go, hey, I really want to invest a bunch of money, but I'm not sure what to do. What should I do? And he goes, let me show you. And he walks over to the whiteboard. He goes, all right, let me break it down. If you're investing in a 401k, you're losing money. Roth IRA, that's for losers. Here's what you do. You borrow against the money. You invest it. The whole life insurance company pays you this, and it's free money. I go, I'm going to fucking kill you right now. So it's like watching a car dealer scam somebody in real time. It's awful. And the math seems compelling. It seems it's like, oh my God, this is free money. And then I look in the comments, there's like 8,000 TikTok people going, interested. And I'm like, you guys are doomed. Like I truly wish. So let me explain very simply that in personal finance, you want to passively invest, which means you do not want to be picking individual stocks, and you do not want the middlemen. As much as possible, you want to eliminate middlemen. What that means is if an insurance, first of all, insurance is insurance. It's not investment. So do not treat insurance like an investment. And they go, well, it can work for wealthy people. I go, first of all, I know you're not wealthy. And second of all, I'm wealthy and I know what you get out of that. And I'm not investing in that horse shit. So even as you get to the higher levels of personal finance, the fundamentals are the same. Just like NBA player still practices their same practices they did in the early days, they're practicing dribbling. I'm doing passive investing, low-cost index funds. Keep it simple. That's all you got to do. And stay away from whole life insurance, please.
Did you enjoy this standalone Patreon highlight? If so, you can listen to full episodes of the Minimalist Private Podcast, available exclusively on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/theminimalists or click the link in the description. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.